The Mask of the Red Death Part 1 from season the 9th of May be another one of the Flash's self-sacrificing redemption arcs. Mark Blaine the Chillblaine has alternated during his tenure on the show between hero and villain, but it appears he ended up on the side of the good guys. He has a similar appearance in The Mask of the Red Death Part 1 too. However, in this instance, he made what appeared to be a definitive decision by giving his life so that Barry and Iris might escape Red Death and her rogues. Even though Mark wasn't always a fan favorite, his presumed demise raises certain concerns, chief among which being, is he really gone? Mark recently turned against Barry and the squad, betraying them. He turned on Barry and Hartley after having led them to believe that he would assist them in assisting their rogues in stealing the last piece Red Death desired. Red Death was given the components she needed to assemble the Cosmic Treadmill by Mark. Beyond that, though, he consented to assemble it. Mark is aware that Red Death is working against the Flash, even if he is unsure of her exact strategy, but it makes little difference to him. He wants Red Death to fulfill the commitment he made to help him get Frost back. Mark, though, is unexpectedly kind when Barry is taken prisoner by Red Death. Mark intervenes, shooing Captain Boomerang away with the fear of an electric shock as he attempts to identify the Flash and reveal his identity. He again offers Barry water while nobody else is in the area. Mark ultimately expresses guilt for his actions during their conversation by saying that he doesn't expect Barry to trust him, but Barry retorts that he has experience working with past foes and names Frost as one of his team members who has changed his ways. As Red Death makes a comeback with Iris, Mark's tale reaches its climax. Barry powers the finished treadmill for Red Death as his wife is threatened. Barry is let free, albeit his pace has been reduced, by the treadmill's malfunction, which also blasts Red Death. The three of them cannot escape without Barry's speed, according to Mark, who reveals that he did it on purpose to allow them to do so. Iris and Barry are told to leave while Mark fights the rogues who attempt to stop them. Despite being outnumbered, he persists. Mark pushes headlong towards peril without pausing. Fortunately, the remainder of the crew arrives with a solution, however, they cannot wait for Mark. They go just as he is being battered. They believe he is dead when they see the outlaws around him. Barry wants to go back and attempt to save him, but he lacks the necessary abilities. Barry is more tolerant than those who were misled by Mark not long ago, but those who knew him longer feel the loss more deeply. Characters appear to be certain that he is dead, but without a visible death, how can fans be sure? Mark is most certainly dead as viewed from the character's point of view. He was left behind with the outlaws of Red Death, fighting a hopeless war with no way out. Mark managed to hold his own for a moment, but Team Flash saw he was caught in the 4-on-1 battle. But it does matter that viewers didn't watch him pass away on TV. There is no conclusive proof that he passed away, even if he was at the mercy of the outlaws. Given the history of the show, it is probably fair to assume that everyone who did not pass away on screen is still alive. Mark seems to deserve a less murky ending as a character who has been around for 3 seasons, assuming that is what happened. It appears that there will be more to the narrative given that even after Heat Death, some people continue to question his motivations. Yet, if Mark lived, it is obvious that his connections to Red Death have been cut, and it is quite possible that the villain would hold him as a prisoner for the time being. John Corr said in a recent interview with Comic Book that he had so much to do this season, which sounds odd considering that he only appears in 4 episodes, even if they have been action-packed for the character. Mark's survival appears to be in doubt, but perhaps he will now choose a side and stick with it. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you soon.